What are some other ideas? Vehicles. All right, y'all. Oh, sorry, Bells. I missed it. I didn't get that in. I didn't get Jeskai in for you. Sorry about that. But let's see if you guys can pick from those three. Or give me an idea of what you want to see. Go ahead and hit that link and vote if you'd like to. And I'm going to go have a quick drink so that my throat doesn't go out, and I'm going to come right back. Please vote. CGB said something about Treasure Keeper needing Druid of the Cowl for turn 3 because it's slow. Yeah, I did say that. I do believe that is right. It seems like Treasure Keeper Emerge would be fun. Yeah. I think Duels accidentally made the best format in Magic. It is pretty sweet, right? We have a lot of sets. Alright, let's find out what won the poll. Results. And it is +1/+1 tokens with 10 votes. Monsters, which is a deck I'm really excited about, only got 1 vote, and Vehicles only got 1 vote. So that is a decisive victory for a +1/+1 counters deck. So, notice I didn't say green-white +1/+1 counters. I've already played a green-white deck, so I wanted a little bit of freedom to figure out the right color combination for this deck. And I want to try Abzan because I really want to play with Winding Constrictor. I hope you guys will indulge me there and let me run it. Yeah, you can play whatever you want and make it work. It's that good. But remember, part of the joy of the Duels format, right, is that people aren't spiking it too hard. There's nothing to really win, and so the meta never really revolves around one archetype because people want to play what they want to have fun. So without it's you can really go through the whole season and really not know for sure what the best decks are. It's kind of amazing that way. But it is a great format because you really can play just about anything and make it work. So I think what I want to see if I can do... So there's two ways to go about this. We can try to play the snake along with Armorcraft Judge. You can also play the snake and have it be like the only non-human and play it with Thalia's Lieutenant, which sounds really intense, although I'd probably also have to run Verdurous Gearhulk. Let's set this up first. Let's go get a creature that is green and is uncommon and costs 2. Yeah, I really want to play Winding Constrictor. So this is the card. If you guys haven't seen it, it is a new card. I understand if other people haven't memorized the entire set yet. It's Winding Constrictor, black and a green for a 2/3. If one or more counters would be placed on an artifact or creature you control, that many of those counters plus 1 are placed on it instead. And if you would get one or more counters, you get that many counters plus 1. So if you're wondering what the you would get that many counters is for, that is for energy. This makes it so that if you would get 1 energy, you get 2 instead. It's only a plus 1, it's not doubling. So if you would get 2 energy, you get 3. But that's what this is. This adds 1 to your energy and your +1/+1 counters. We're going to try the +1/+1 counter route. And I think I'm going to avoid being tribal. And I think I'm going to try to work Armorcraft Judge into it and draw some cards, as I've never actually played that card. And yeah, I'm absolutely sure we're going to play Ballista Avocado. Absolutely. There's no doubt I want to play that Ballista. Jund Energy could probably be an interesting deck, Avocado. I don't doubt that. I want to play Abzan +1/+1 counters right now. That's where I'm going to take this one. That's what I'm feeling anyway. So I'm looking for cards that get +1/+1/+1/+1, listen to me, counters, and are easy to cast. I really don't want cards that are really hard to cast. So I also don't think I want Relic Seeker. It doesn't quite get there for me. Declaration Stone, we'll probably need removal of some kind, and it's hard to argue with Declaration Stone in a deck that's going to try to beat the opponent up. So I'm going to keep that handy for now. Topin Freeblade gets counters. It is a Renown card, and Renown card does count for counters. But we'll see if we can do better than that. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Thalia is so good, I kind of want to play it. Maybe I'm supposed to play like just really good creatures, and then as far as for counters, I'm supposed to play like the support cards or Timberland Guide, as opposed to making everything have counters. So I'm going to add really good beatdown creatures too, and maybe this will all come together. So this has Revolt, which adds counters, but it's double white, so I'm not optimistic. I may or may not get to keep that card. This adds counters. This is probably a card we want to play. I actually have to go pretty slow looking because I don't usually look for this effect, and there may be some very janky cards that I should be playing with that I have to watch for. So Fabricate works, right? Fabricate works. Is Pacifist a good card in this? Maybe, if you can get a counter onto your Pacifist. In the Mechanics tab, you can hit +1/+1 counters. That's interesting. I'm going to keep going this way. I feel like it. But thank you for the tip. I don't mean to reject it in a discouraging or disrespectful way. I don't think Artisan's good enough. That doesn't get me excited. But maybe we'll remember, and maybe we'll come back. So this is support 2 and draw a card. Interesting. Maybe I'm just supposed to play good smaller creatures and then throw it down like shoulder to shoulder and stuff like that. I'm going to keep it in mind. It's probably a horrible idea though. Because you have to go 1-drop, 2-drop shoulder to shoulder to curve it. That seems really unlikely. Yeah. I can do... That's not actually good. It's late. Bear with. So Aether Storm Rock's interesting. This card is very medium, but it's bordering on good. And it can do two things. For one thing, you get the energy, and you get double the energy because of the Constrictor. And the other thing is you can pay the energy, and you get counters, and you can get double the counters because of the Constrictor. So that might be good. Is this good? 3 tokens makes bodies. As far as getting counters on them, we'll have to have enough ways to do that, but it's probably good. Probably good. I think I certainly want to go grab the Angel of Invention. I mean, there's a card that definitely works here. I don't think I want to do Call of Unity. I think that's not a very good card. I don't know how I would trigger enough Revolt. You could play Hazardous Conditions as a good way to deal with those damn Thopters and won't hit your stuff. Hazardous Conditions. No, I don't think that's right in this deck. Each deck has so many options now, it's not easy to make a deck anymore. Well, it takes a little more work. Yep, I'm not sold. I'm not sold. I'll keep it in mind. I promise. Alright, black. So, black is interesting. Let's see if there's anything that we want to play in black other than the Constrictor itself, because this may be a really light splash if we can't find cards that we want in here. Is the Siphoner good? With you get energy, more energy with it. It's a human. Got Menace. You can put counters on it. So maybe I'm supposed to run like energy creatures, but ways to put counters on the energy creatures? Is that a good idea? Let's find out. I'm probably going to make like a 100 card deck trying to get all my ideas down here. Fetch lands trigger it? Yeah, we don't have those. Bummer. Bummer. No, I don't. I mean, it makes energy, but I don't think that's the card. I don't think those are the cards either. +1/+1 counters. I mean, with Diregraph Colossus you get double, but I don't plan to have that many in there. That card might be good. That's an interesting card for the deck, right? This fabricates, so it could make itself a 3-mana 3/4. Or it could make tokens that you can put things on. Maybe we want to play it. I don't think I want anything that's double black, though. We're going to have a hard enough time casting things, so I think I'm going to want double white as my only double requirement, and then we're going to try not to do too much double green, although we have to do Nissa, so that's probably not going to work. But black is going to be our splash color, and will probably be some of the first cards that we cut. Alright, getting on through. Just about there. And there, yeah, I'm probably going to miss something. It is my first try. It's a 3/4 with the Constrictor 69. You're not wrong, but what I was thinking when I said that I probably didn't explain well is that I was thinking of it with the Constrictor out. So we got Rampage. Like I said, maybe this is a case of where we want to do energy, but then use support cards to put counters on our energy guys so that they hit harder. It's just really strange. And then of course we have the Judge. As far as triggering Revolt, I guess we could run like... I think the best way to trigger Revolt in Duels is to run like Expedition Map and... or Renegade Map. What's the other card? Renegade Map and Unbridled Growth. But I don't think that's reliable. You can cast... Yeah, man. Nissa off the expertise is gonna... I bet that happens the very first game. I have this weird way of making all the ridiculous busted stuff happen in my very first game, and then it never happens again. Liberator. Again, that's kind of a Revolt thing. God, it's just so strange, right? Revolt plus +1/+1 counters, plus how to trigger Revolt. It's so tricky. I just don't know. It's just hard to imagine doing. Skinners with Delirium seems really ambitious. Maybe I am supposed to play Pacifist, but where am I going to get my +1/+1 counters? That's the real question, right? So this guy gives out counters, and on its own is a 2/3, which isn't bad. Selfless Spirit triggers Revolt. Man, there's just so... This is just so strange. There's a common 2-mana green 2-drop that gets 2 counters and then distributes them. That's true. Maybe we're supposed to be playing this guy. But, hey, if you move a counter... Let me ask you. If you move a counter like it says... Does that count as... Does that trigger the Constrictor if you move like one counter? It would be placed on. Yes, it does. Okay, that's sweet. That is sweet. Nice, nice, nice. I'm also going to consider Lead by Example as an instant. It could be pretty good. And I'm just going to look for really good creatures that don't necessarily come with counters to go along with all these creatures that do. So, Tireless gets counters. That's great. That's the kind of card we want. I wonder if we're supposed to like Eldritch Evolution. I don't think so. I think that's a little ambitious. Not that our deck isn't not ambitious. I mean, we are ambitious. So this says whenever you sacrifice another permanent, it gets a counter. Well, that would work with the whole Renegade map Unbridled Growth Revolt thing. Works with clues, but there isn't that much else sacrificial going on. It's not like it doesn't happen, but I don't think that's worth it. No, I don't want a Reclamation Sage. I think he's a great utility card, but I think we want to stick close to our theme and be aggressive AF. I think that's what we want to do. Woodland Wanderer gets counters. Yes. And Woodland Wanderer is in a 3-color deck. Hydra's also good. I think we're getting too top heavy, and that scares me. Armorcraft Judge is kind of one of our payoff cards. The weird thing is, would you rather play Judge, or would you rather just play something like Bristling Hydra that can win the game? I don't know. But for now, we're going to go all in, and we're really going to try this stuff. Okay, I think we've got to try a Lifecrafter's Gift. This card is pretty crazy. +1/+1 counter target creature, and a counter on each creature you control with a counter. Could do some pretty rad things. Yeah, metal's on it. You know what I'm talking about. Is Ballista already in? It will be. We're not to the artifacts yet. We're going in order. Verdurous Gearhulk, no-brainer. Cultivator of Blades. I think that's too ambitious. I think we're at the top of the curve right now. Like, I'll try one of these Tuskers, but that's the end of the line. And only because I can't play more Gearhulks. We're not playing any other big cards. Alright, there's the Oath of Ajani. Definitely goes in. Not gonna play that Ajani. Bit too much. Black green. I think I want a one of here because this card is pretty darn mean, and I want to see how it works out. And where are we? Cultivator feels more like a tokens kind of card. Cultivator feels more like Cultivator of Blades. Okay. And we're going to have a lot of cards to cut. We got a lot of work to do on this one. So the green implement's interesting, as it does distribute counters. It does trigger, what's the word I'm looking for? It does trigger Revolt, but I don't know. Renegade Map triggers Revolt and fixes things. We don't, it's not like we have a bunch of 1-drops. So maybe I'll try that as a bit of fixing for the deck. Smuggler's Copter can get counters put on it and is awesome, but I don't think it's right with the synergy. But it could just be wrong not to play it in a deck full of creatures. I could be very wrong. I wish I could play this card, but I don't think it's right. This card would get more energy, but I don't think that makes it right. Anything else hanging out up here that I'm supposed to be rolling with? I'm supposed to play one of these like runaway trains. Untethered Express. Whenever it attacks, you put a counter on it and it has trample. If it's going to have Revolt, we may as well add push. Yeah, we may need push. We may have to go back for push. Yeah, I wish we had Rishkar too. That would I'd make this pretty broke. Maybe. Alright, well, I made it all the way through all the cards. God, that takes forever these days. So, let's see. May as well add push. Yeah, I guess we just want a couple of Lightning Bolt-esque removal spells, so we don't just flat out lose. As far as triggering Revolt, we've only got so much. There's only so much revolting one can do. Okay. I definitely do not think I want Topin in the deck. I'm gonna go to bed. It's been awesome. See ya. Well, thanks for hanging out, man. And don't forget to follow if you like what I do. We do just duels. Duels, duels, duels. That's what we do. It is a duels channel. Hardcore. I think I can cut the energy theme. It didn't really pan out. And that's probably a different deck. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the energy theme for now, but there might be something there to try in the future. Looking at this exact deck, you must mean by theme, because there's no way the exact deck is there. I'm still figuring out what the heck should be in it, and I've got 67 cards. I need to get it down to like, 40. I got a long way to go. I would. It feels like you're trying to do too many things. Oh, don't I know it? It's all in there right now. It's all in there right now. And maybe the smart play is to cut the Revolt theme, because we're also kind of playing a Revolt deck. And again, we've got too much going on. So I think for now, not forever, as this is all worth exploring to try to get the right mix, and it's going to take a while to do, which is pretty exciting. But for now, I think it's right to pull out of the Revolt theme. And that's going to include Fatal Push for me. And the Liberator. It is interesting though, like, check it out. This card, it enters with 2+1/+1 counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of counters from the band art to another creature. So say you move both counters to another creature, that triggers Revolt. So you have Revolt triggers right here. That's pretty cool. Let's see, we're at 30 creatures, so we can still stand to cut several creatures. So what are the creatures we don't need? I think I'm going to cut this because it's part of the Revolt theme. Probably don't need 4 lead by examples. Let's try 3 as a start. I have no idea if Yaheni's good. It gets counters when the opposing creature dies. And it's not like we have a bunch of ways to reach out and kill things. Although with hazardous conditions, that could go pretty nuts. Maybe I'll just cut it to 1 for a minute and see if it lasts. Yeah, the black-green sweeper is -2/-2. That is right. And only for creatures without +1/+1 counters. Ram's expertise is build a board, which I really like. I think I'm going to cut the Tusker. Gideon doesn't do counters. So should I cut it? I guess we need something to put the counters on, though. And it goes so well, like, with a bunch of creatures in an aggressive strategy. It's just so good. So we've got 1,000,000 2-drops. So a lot of our 2s are coming down as 3s. So, do I have enough counters without lead by example? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Collective effort does it. This does it. This comes in with counters. This does it. Probably. I probably don't need to lead by example. So we're down to just 2 more cuts, and then we'll have, I think, the deck we want to have. I wonder if it feels weak to you? You think this feels weak? Well, we're almost certainly having a kind of an average turn 2 play. The idea is to start going nuts on turn 3 with cards like Seed Sculptor. But, man, it's not Rishka, you know what I mean? Seven Shade. Hello, chat. Hi, still here. I wonder if it's SRAM's expertise, because that makes a bunch of creatures, but it doesn't put counters on them. It's so good, though, to go like SRAM's expertise into Nissa, Collective Effort, Oath of Ajani, and then next turn play a Judge. Like, it's a board out of nowhere. It seems really great. So, I think I still want to play it, which means I've got to cut something else, and it should be a 4-drop, so I think it's got to be these. And I'm going to play the expertise. But the expertise may not be that great. I really want to try this card, though. Really, really, really. Like, really. I don't think you want 3 judges. You might be right about that. It could flood. But it's like one of the payoffs. It's like one of the serious payoffs. Though, you gotta wonder, I mean, is it better to have a judge? Or should I just be playing like Rishkar's expertise with some big things? Seems like the Rishkar's expertise is both more powerful and reliable, as you can get something a lot better than a 3/3. I don't know. I feel like I janked this up somewhere. There's probably something a lot better you can do, but I'm not going to start over. Let's try this as it is. It'll be fun. That is the point. So, we have no 1-drops, so Evolving Wilds is fine. And we have energy anymore? Or did we cut everything to do with it? We cut everything to do with energy, so hubs it is not. Do the card thing. How does that work? It's like card Arbor Craft Judge. Armor Craft Judge? Yeah. Oh, did it message it to you? Because I don't see it in my chat. I wonder if it, like, slowed down or something. Oops, what am I doing? No, no, no. I don't want these tap lands. I don't think that's a good idea. Five plains, 6 forests, 1 swamp, and 2 canopy vistas. Okay. Oh, you gotta spell it perfect. I gotcha. Man, damn, renowned decks. 3 games in a row. Ain't that the way, Metal? Oh, that happened to me earlier. But you were here for that. Alright. Well, let's keep scaring them. Let's just keep putting the fear of God into them with Emrakul here. Heh, kitty. Alright, finish. Let's see, what do we got? They're going to be big in the meta, I can just tell. Well, they're going to be huge in the Xbox meta, because that's how people grind, man. They pull out the renowned decks. I'm telling you, this time when Seals hunt overly ambitious pros. This is the time when Seals hunt overly ambitious pros. It really is. That's not a lie, Arrogant Rabbit. That is for real. People get, you know, they get really excited about trying their new deck, and they get beat down by something that just plays creature, creature, creature. Servo theme deck, hey Smarty? That sounds cool. I wonder, I mean, is there enough thing to make the servos? There's got to be by now, so yeah, there's probably some servo decks out there. Maybe you use white for the servo lord, use red for the energy guys that make servos. Yeah, I want to know if it's if the counter deck is going to be an energy deck, if it's going to use Revolt, if it's going to use energy, if it's going to use all the above. How much can it crap? How much can it crap? How much can it cram into one deck? Maybe that's a subliminal slip, guys. Crap. Or is it just supposed to be like elves is supposed to be the +1/+ deck, and you're just supposed to play it as elves? As elf tribal. Alright, somebody's ignoring the deck builder, which asked them not to play 70-card decks. I guess I'll keep. And we'll go get that black mana, in case we draw that Constrictor right off the top. Yeah, that's going to take testing. That's going to take work. That is something I didn't put any effort into before the set came out on Cockatrice, which is where I test my Duels decks even before a new set drops. But I did not work at all on +1/+1 counters. For one thing, that's a lot of work on Cockatrice. Getting all the counters right. Let's stop drawing lands now, please. I don't want any more. Time to blunt your club. Let's do it. Come on, baby seal. Let's see what they're playing. They've already got some red-green. And I'm telling you, the red-green deck is really good. I put it on the votes. Nobody voted for it. Nobody wanted to see red-green monsters. But that deck is really good. I was playing it on iOS, waiting for the Xbox update to come out, because I also play Duels on iOS a lot, on my iPhone and iPad, and I was playing the red-green deck. And I had a 2-turn sequence where I played Rishkar's Expertise with a big creature out, right? And then I played Chandra's Ignition on that creature. And you know what I did the next turn? I did it again. It was pretty nuts. It was pretty nuts. So in 2 turns, I drew 10 cards and did 20 damage with one big creature. Muhaha. Not to mention doing the 20 damage, like 5 damage to each creature my opponent controlled on both of those turns. Because both turns they had a board. They like cast 3 creatures the turn after I swept their board, and I just did it again. It was glorious. Glorious. Oh, I won't give in till I'm victorious. Fight till the end, or fight till the end. How we doing? What do you guys think of the deck? Going off. And that's not... Just wait till next turn. Imagine if we had played a Winding Constrictor on turn 3. We played nothing on turn 3. If we had played a Winding Constrictor, this game would be even crazier. Smoldering Werewolf, you're too late. You're not even going to kill anything now. And he gets to draw a card. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see, Verder's Gearhulk is going to come down. Let's see, how could I do this? I can make each of these 3/3s and have Gearhulk make them 4/4s. Is that better? 1, 2... Actually, we can go 1... Oops. I guess you can only move to 1 creature at a time. I see how it works. So I can go 2. There we go. Now that's a 4/4. This can come down. One, 2, 3, 4. And if he wants to block the 1/1, he takes a lot of damage. Seems good. Alright. He takes all the damage. Maybe he has a Chandra's Ignition. But that wouldn't even kill anything. Like, that would only kill the 1/1. Okay, Howl Pack. That's fine. Yeah, you get in there. That's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, Titanic Growth. Doing it. Yeah, fast match as opposed to like Expertise or Mechanized Production or Grixis Planeswalkers, huh? Yeah, let's go for it. It'll be fun. That escalated quickly. Expertise into Oath. Pretty good. And then into Gearhulk. Gearhulk does. Now, if we had a Winding Constrictor for any amount of that sequence, it would have been even crazier. Because we did have a turn where we played nothing. It could have been a Winding Constrictor. Would have been awesome. One game down. 2 to go. He really couldn't... No, he can't cut the Titanic Growth. Or a Smoldering Werewolf. Or what an Elemental Bond. Heaven forbid. All right, mister. What you up to? What's this guy doing here? What's he doing? Oh, what's the time in your zone? Hey. Line. It is almost 4 a.m. in my zone. It is almost 4 in the morning. Well, I can't mulligan it. We have the Constrictor. We just have to draw the white source. I wonder how many new players are going to play this for 0 and just throw it in the graveyard. Can you believe they actually worked on matchmaking? It still blows my mind, Avocado. It's absolutely glorious. It's wonderful. It's just great. Oh my god, double constrictor. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen? No! No! Big Daddy Sizzle, you are no fun. You are excommunicated from my life. Oh my lord. Alright, alright. How long are you gonna stream until I can't do it anymore? Until I just simply cannot function any longer. That's what I'm going to do. Alright. Alright. Our opponent's playing some kind of kill all your stuff deck. Frickin' fun police over here. I'm going again. Take that. I will not bow to you. I'll bow to no man. They did fire the old team and got a new staff. I don't think that new staff arrived in time to fix matchmaking, though. Which is funny. It was probably one of the last actions of the old team. I meant to suggest Blossoming Defense. I don't think that matches the theme. It's a good card, but I don't know. My head is just bursting. I don't know how CGB is still holding. My head is bursting. Haha. Free Revolt. He killed both constrictors, guys. Now I just gotta do this, and it's so lame. You can make a deck request, but we've been doing it by polls, so if you tell it to me, I can throw it in the poll. Right, so... Great. Let's play it. We could put it over there, but I really just want my judge to work out. White-black sacrifice Kratz. Yeah, that was one of the things in the running earlier tonight. That could have been a 3-3, it's true. It's like this whole... Like, there is some serious, like, people killing my fun out tonight. People doing things like exiling my mechanized, my one-of mythic mechanized production. It's just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. Now, you can still suggest it. I'll put it back on the docket. I just feel really bad doing it without Nighthawk. I think he really wanted me to play that deck. Come on, land off the top. I'm getting really distraught. Great. Okay. Triggered for eternity. Yeah, man, ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? Just triggered, baby. I can't have it. Alright, Cat Monkey. Report to duty. This whole game has just turned out a lot less good than the initial hand suggested it could be. Our opponent, they're just gonna kill everything we play. They don't even have any new cards, I bet. Yeah. Let's see if he wants to resolve. We'll do one. See that? We switched him around, see? He gotcha, see? Attacks. Oh no, not the Kozilek's return. Son of a bitch. I hate him. I hate him. He's on my shit list permanently. There, take that. Wow, that's a really dumb play by my opponent. But fine. Do what you're gonna do, man. Alright, now he's gotta play something on his turn or the pacifist flips. See how you like them apples. Of course he has something to play, and it even draws him multiple cards so he can keep killing things. This is just the worst. This is the worst. Oh, I'm just so scarred. Yeah, he made sure that monkey died. Oh, this draw. This draw. This draw is not acceptable anymore. Yes! Why not? Why the hell not? Okay. Keep them coming, man. You're brilliant. You've got the world is your oyster. I can't draw a frickin' land. It's gonna be one of those keeps where you just never drop. You just never draw the right land. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, come on. Nothing like some good mana screw time against a total beat down deck here. A deck that just gets to totally walk all over me. Oh my god. What the hell, man? Wow, now he gets to draw 3 cards. That's great. That's awesome. I hope your tutelages are all at the bottom. Pox on you and your tutelages and all your burn spells. About as oh my god, he drew all his bombardments and all his take inventories. That's great. It's great. That's all in the top half of his deck, and I can't get one white source in the top of mine. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all about janky decks tonight. You don't want to steal all my decks tomorrow. Yeah, you don't want those. Yes. This draw is just getting better, everyone. Just getting better and better and better. Alright, I guess we could draw white cards. He is discarding 3 to play this. He probably doesn't even know there's a new set. He's probably wondering why the playmat looks different. That's why he's not using shock. Jeez. Get out there. Get out there. I love how he's even letting me loot through my deck with the Gyre Reach Sanitarium, and I still can't draw lands. This is great. This is the best. Oh yay! Now he's got that card too. And that card. That's good. That's pretty good. I hope you draw all lands, you piece of garbage. Yep. If I draw white mana, maybe I don't quite lose quickly. And of course, maybe our opponent never does draw tutelage. Just need a white land right off the top, right here. And something interesting could happen. Nope. Denied. Denied. That's not white mana either. That's not white mana either. Grip of the Royal. Doesn't even need to surge it. You piece of garbage. Yeah, plenty of salt because this is sickening. Yeah, the one swamp is here. That's right. I think anybody who's played this game as much as D-Man, myself, and a lot of people in this chat just know that it doesn't smell right. It just doesn't pass the smell test. The game doesn't feel like it's made properly. I think I think that's the common sense you're referring to. All right, let's go. Well, what have we here? What's that do? What does that card do? I guess I have to keep... I'm just gonna get bottlenecked. I guess I could draw another white source, though. I can't get bottlenecked here, though, so I guess I have to get rid of the judge. Hey, look, 2 white sources in a row. Let's see how many more we draw. Oh, he got his tutelage. That's so nice. I'm happy for him. Tick tock, tick tock. And there were 2 more white sources in a row waiting. Oh wait, no it wasn't. It was Constrictor Tracker, then white, white, then... yeah. Alright. Well, this is just one of them games, baby. Just one of them games. I can't believe he feels a need to mill me out when he has me at 8 life and this behind on the board. Oh, yay, Galvanic number 4. That's a good card. And there's no way for me to get 2 white sources next turn, so I can't deck in stone his Thing in the Ice on 1 counter and his Bedlam Revelers. So this game's over, and I just want it to end. There's no sense in fighting. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. That was really great. At this hour in the morning, just getting that ridiculously screwed over against my opponent's absolutely brilliant. Kill all your fun stuff draw. Well, that person can burn in hell for all eternity, in a sarcastic way. One more game with this deck. We probably all played those games. You know what? I should have just conceded a lot sooner because it just really, it kind of drags you down, and I don't want to do that to you guys. Although, I will tell you this, I know this because I read boards and I see comments. There are people out there who really, really enjoy it when I get screwed and take a beating, and they probably subscribe to and watch my channel and watch my videos just waiting for that to happen to me. They love hearing me be all unhappy. They love seeing me hurt. Oh, no white source. What do you guys think? I'm gonna mulligan. Look at this hand. Isn't this great? Can't keep that. Can't keep 5 lands. My god. You can't keep 5 lands in an aggressive deck. You never should. Alright. Definitely start on white. But we're in this weird spot where I don't know if I want to go get my black source or not. Probably not, because we want to play Nissa on 3. So that hopefully we can do some kind of curve like Ballista into Nissa into counters into Judge. He's got the guide. And it's a 2/2. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Okay, do we want to play you? Nissa can make you bigger. Yeah, I think I want to play you. This guy living the Sylvan Ranger days. You jealous? You jealous, Bells? Oh, he's even got the Lifespring Druid. Do you think he noticed when his Sylvan Rangers left the deck and these cards came in? His Jagged Scar Archers and his, yeah, that's something. Alright, let's go get that black mana. I was going to play Nissa this turn, but I want the Constrictor instead. No, no, no! Oh my god, it just happened. It just happened. Yep, I'm the man. Oh lord, I was just joking about how noobs were gonna do that. Oh, we have descended. We have descended in the depths, you guys. What happened is I got a message, like, right when I was trying to pick my card. I got a message from the guy I just played against, and he was listening to everything I said. So he said that I had him cracking up laughing, and he wished I wasn't mana screwed. So then I went ahead and threw my walking ballista in the graveyard. The new expansion. We're most likely going to see some shifts in the meta. What do you think? Will the Suntail Hawk meta prevail? The thing is, it doesn't really... Like, what's most important to the meta in Duels isn't what's actually strongest, it's what people like to play. It's very much what you enjoy. It really, like, there's no other way to put it. So, what people like to play, and what people will continue to like to play is going to be interesting to see. I'm not quite exactly positive I know what it's going to be. I think that the artifact decks will be popular, but I really don't know if they're very good. Vehicles will likely be popular, but people might be tired of it after last season, so we might see a really different vehicle deck. It's going to be something. That's what I can tell you. It'll be something. What am I doing? What am I doing here with my life? See how our opponent likes this. How they like dem apples. Yeah, now we're doing it. Now we're doing it. Super greedy card draw play. I didn't make the card draw play. I made the build a giant board play. I'll make the super greedy card draw play next turn. You know what you might be supposed to do with this Armorcraft Judge thing? Since this card is so situational, maybe you're supposed to play Eldritch Evolution and just one of these. So that when you have the board where the Armorcraft is awesome, you can just go get it with the Evolution for 3 mana. And sacrifice a token or something not very good. That's pretty explosive. Yeah, boy. And I don't know. I kind of want to be aggressive. I mean, Judge is the play, right? But I can play you Henny, and I can put more counters on it and attack for even more damage. Okay. That's what you get for playing on Xbox. Scrubs! You're not wrong. Draw me them cards. Go away, Nissa. We're too busy being awesome. Alright. Yeah, you could evolve a 3-drop into an Angel or a Colossus. Gear Hulk. I think you mean a Gear Hulk, but yeah, we're getting real. Suddenly the toolbox has a little more consistency. The thing is you have to have an early creature you don't mind sacrificing, but I think we can find a few. I mean, do we really need this here Seed Sculptor after it's done its business? Opponent is trying to figure out how to stay alive, and I'm here to say, how's your face? How is your face? I'd say you could use either Sculptor or Monkey, but not both. You think so? I think both is fine. The Monkey's probably better for the deck than the Sculptor, but being able to be a 2/3 on its own for 2 mana is a lot better than being able to be a 2/2. I think there's a place for both of them, but maybe I'm just crazy. Alright, we did it. 3 games with +1/+1 counter deck. No, we didn't get Rishgar spawn. I'm sorry. We got denied. So let's see what we want to do next. What to put on the list? I freaking love putting... I put some money into this game and I'm really happy, but that's a very personal thing, you know? Like, what you find valuable might be different from what others do. Alright, votes. Give me some votes. If I'm going to keep this thing running, we got to keep it interesting, so tell me what you want me to play. Choose wisely. Because if you choose something that puts me asleep at the wheel, the stream will end. How are we doing? Red green monsters, red green monsters, red green monsters, red green monsters. Okay. Yeah, Kratz without Nighthawk would feel bad, man. But I'm putting it up there because somebody mentioned it. Okay, voting is closing in 10 seconds. And voting is closed. Now I have to wait 30 seconds for the stream to catch up with you. And any votes that come in while I'm waiting are going to count too. But obviously you don't know that the 10 seconds starts until I say so. Okay. I built an Abzan deck. We just played one, but it was the Abzan counters deck. It wasn't like Abzan walkers or anything spawn. So I have a feeling that's what you're getting at. But they want the red green, and the red green is, I gotta tell you, it's frickin' sweet. All right, so this deck I've tested a bit, and I loves it. Going through the cards, so many cards, takes forever to go through. So this is a deck that's going to be all about using our mana dorks to get ahead and play cards for less than we should have to. And just playing more powerful things on our turns than our opponents play on theirs. And making the opponent deal. We also are going to have some awesome cards that key off having big monsters in play. Hence the term. Yeah, I know I passed Garrison. Not playing it. Not big enough. This is about size. Size matters. That could be the alternate name for the deck. Size freaking matters. Gotta get used to looking for this card, Druid of the Cowl. Card's awesome. So there's a whole bunch of neat synergy decks that one can make, and we've been pretty much making those all night. Like, that's been most of what we do is the new synergy decks. But the raw power decks are very good now too, because you can play your cards earlier and more reliably with cards like Druid of the Cowl. So that's probably, a bit of the missing link going on, and what will probably become very, very popular is just playing awesome creatures turns early with Druid of the Cowl. And this, getting to do this stuff, like Rishgar's expertise, awesome. You'll see. You'll see. Wanderer is interesting because you can make Wanderer a 3 or a 4 using several cards. So we're gonna, as you're gonna see, we're gonna have Cultivators. We're gonna have Deathcap Cultivator. We're going to have Cultivator's Caravan, and we're going to have Aether Hub. So yeah, you guys are on it. There's going to be plenty of ways to make it. There's going to be a good amount, maybe not plenty, but a good amount of ways to get it bigger. And it's going to be enough that you can play it and reliably have a 5/5 and occasionally a 6/6. Even if you don't, you get a 4/4, and sometimes a 4/4 is enough to do what you need to do in this deck. There's those. So we need one more card, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Might be like an Arborback or something. Oh, it might be the Force Shock. Yeah. What should we play? I kind of want another body. We're at 18 creatures. It's not a terrible number. And we have the Caravans, which can be charged up to be creatures. We have Planeswalkers, which can kind of pseudo-creature. I think I'm just going to run one of on the Stomp Howler, because I think that card is kind of made for this type of deck, as sometimes you just need to stabilize, gain some life back, and then you can make your big plays safely. I know I tested with it and liked it. I don't remember if, how, or where it may have gotten cut, but I don't think it did. I don't think Green Warden's necessary. Green Warden is kind of a grindy card advantage tool, and I don't think card advantage is going to be a problem. That's at least my take on it. Just adding cards to the deck feels so slow. You can tell there's just an extra millisecond in there, and it's... ugh. Alright, so... early green plays these guys. I guess we need to make sure we have double red, but drawing double mountain would be really bad. Red, 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 red. What about Big Hydra? It's a fine card, but it's kind of better when you're getting to something even bigger than Big Hydra, and there isn't anything bigger than Big Hydra that we want to run in this deck. Yeah, we need all the mountains because we've got plenty of other ways to produce green and not other ways to produce red. Alright, customize. Can stick with what frickin' works. Big ol' Emrakul. Yeah, you'll do. Alright, finish. The kind of the big deal is you want to be careful about your 6-drop count. It's not that you can't afford them, you can, but what you really want to do with the deck is you want to play an awesome 5-drop, and then you want to play at 6-drop Rishkar's Expertise, drawing cards, and playing another 5-drop. So you do need to have really cool 4 and 5 drops that are worth playing off the Expertise, more than you need 6 drops. So that's just something to keep in mind in the deck construction. Still rocking with 40 people. You guys are amazing. I think in the past around this time of the night, I'm usually here with, like, 2 other folks who also can't sleep. I wonder if there are people listening to me while they sleep, if people have fallen asleep in front of their computer tonight. I suppose it's possible. Or they muted me and just left it on so that my viewer count looks nice. That is also very noble of you guys. Anybody who's not following, please do. We're going to have a lot more videos and decks in the future. I'm playing by request tonight, but I pretty much build a new deck like every day, so we're going to have a lot of builds coming down the pipe, and I'm sure some of them will be good. I pride myself on making good decks from time to time. Well, this has a turn 3 Wanderer, and if we don't draw a way to make it bigger, it'll still be a 4/4. Expertise could still trigger off it very well. Well, another red. Okay. Start out that way. 9 in the morning for LePron. Right on. 4:30 in the morning for me. Oh, streaming's gonna be so much better now that you don't need to flicker. Oh, you're telling me, avocado, dude. It makes me happy. Can't express my joy. It's too hard. Well, that Evolving Wilds was pretty much drawn at the worst possible moment, but maybe we'll peel a Tireless Tracker and it'll be okay. Get paid. Uh-oh. Somebody's going Hyro on me. Hyro Pyro. Just good old-fashioned Sunblade Elf beatdown. I mean, what it is it is the next leveling of the Suntail Hawk meta, when you get the guy who knows how to put a Grasp of the Hieromancer on a turn 1 Sunblade Elf with a turn 2 Plains to make it the 2/2. That's a thing. Alright, get out there. You're just going to be a 4/4, but sometimes that's what you need. Also, how about the Flood, huh? We've drawn all lands since keeping this hand of 3 spells and 4 lands. We've drawn nothing but land. Yeah, he's still coming. Okay, he wants me to block. Well, that's a hint, isn't it? But you're not going to wild size me. Alright, you got Pilgrims. Okay, another Druid. That's fine and better than another land, I guess, although it's close to the same thing. And you guys get to work. Hopefully our opponent doesn't reprisal our Wanderer. They didn't do it last turn. If they did this turn, they probably drew it. It made me very sad. Oh god. Wild Instincts, that's even worse. That's even more insulting. If I draw another land off the top, I'm just toast. It's like I'll just have nothing. Wow. Well, I don't think I can go that far yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So, do I start blocking? No, I'm not blocking yet. Maybe he just kills me. If that's it, so be it. I'm not going down like that. We'll start chumping next turn. There you go. Elf Tribal in effect. Yeah, I have a 6-mana draw one, that's true. This is not working out the way I expected. It's basically worst thing possible. I'm a 12. Wow. Yeah, doing it. Alright, well, maybe we'll draw something good that we can play. Hey, look at that. How's this? Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, I love this deck. It's really, really good, and I don't think it'll ever lose a game. Awesome. Just awesome. We kept a 4-land hand, and we drew, I think that was 6 out of 7 land cards off the top of the deck. No, wait. It was 6 out of 8. 2 of them were Druids of the Cowl. It was worse than Renown. That was a worse showing than Renown. That was way worse. Guess I have to mulligan more aggressively than that. Too soft of a hand to Wild Instincts. I couldn't even draw the right lands. Like if I had drawn a card that, like if I had drawn a Deathcap Cultivator or an Aether Hub, I would have been able to make the Woodland Wanderer too big for the opponent to kill it. No, can't keep that. This should be good. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think what I want to do... I guess we have the most options, the best options if we crack the wilds now. I was thinking about saving it to go with the tracker, but yeah, I think we have most and best options this way. Jotty and double dual lands. Might be a legit deck we're up against. And there we go. And if we had Woodland Wanderer this game, it'd be nice and big. But no. My rank, horrible. I've lost so many games tonight. I'm playing very, very loose and with very, for the most part, bad decks. And then we have draws like the one you just saw. So my rank is not going anywhere fast, while our opponent's is ramping right up top. They are getting upstairs fast. Okay. Choice time. I guess Arlen, because haste can be cool. I don't think I really want a flipper. I think I just want a plus. Make it hard to kill my druid this turn if he was inspired to for some reason. And the next turn, maybe Hasty Arbor back? I mean, what can you do really when chat demands a mechanized production win? Well, I could deliver. That's what I try to do anyway. We could get blown up by a Blessed Alliance. The opponent looks like they're just asking for that to occur. So what's a better way to do things? God. Alright. No, Godzilla's a horrible card. Don't play it. Godzilla is a freaking terrible card. I could have hit the tracker, but I'm worried about Blessed Alliance. And if my opponent's going to use a Blessed Alliance, I guess sacrificing the Druid's better. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. And this line gives me a way to, if I top deck a land, to go Rishkars into Stomper next turn. Oh so crazy. And he hits what? Nothing. No lands. Wow. He hit no lands. There you go. Shuffler giveth and Shuffler taketh away. And I need to top deck a land. Let's see if he cut me 2-1. Nope. One more shot at it. Nope. This is hilarious. Let's see. What card do you like most out of the new set? Drew the Cowl's pretty good. The expertise cycle is amazing. I love them. I enjoy them with a muchness. Can I afford to go 6/6 and then attack for 8/8? I mean, he's gonna attack me back, right? And then what do I do? Well, I can block. I have a 6/6 Wanderer. It's so tempting to get the Cultivator down. The Caravan. Alright, let's go for it. I do very much like Intimations, and that card did some work earlier. It was fun, even against a Thopter deck where they were sacrificing Thopter tokens. It got back 3 Planeswalkers, I think, in one game. So notice how now we haven't drawn land in 7 cards. When we really, really want some. Our opponent's not having that problem. Let's see, he's got another forest in hand. He's cracking up Evolving Wilds. Dark Constipations. It's one way to remember the name. Alright, let's see. Did it at last. Here's my cat. Hello, Angel Cat. I was wondering what that sound was. Alright, let's see what happens when I do this. And did we hit? We did. That'll be fun. How's your day? Oh, that felt better. Makes me feel a little bit like I'm doing something right. Yeah, baby. That's an 8/8 Woodland Wanderer, drawing me 8 cards and dealing 8 damage to all creatures and players. Our opponent, they're not done yet. They're going to evolve in wilds. They're going to get back their Oblivion Sower, I am sure. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can do the same play twice in a row. Yeah, noticing that lack of mana, I bet I draw all lands for a little while here. Alright, you got a Jotty. Good for you. Let's see if we can draw the other one. Am I supposed to just do this for 6? Oh wait, I can't. I don't have any... I didn't draw... I don't have the land. I have no land. That's awesome. That is amazing. That is amazing. Alright, so how do I make this better? Well, Sylvan Advocate can come down. Well, we'll hit our land drop to start with. Wonder if the bottom of our deck is like it's supposed to be all land now. Alright, don't have enough energy to kill that thing. Make a wolf flip, threaten ultimate. I think that's pretty good. Makes my opponent have to attack. Alright, opponent. What you gonna do? It'd be funny if I lose this game having drawn half my deck because I missed land drops and because I discarded the Cinderglade, the one land I drew, when I had so many cards in my hand. That'll be some classic Magic right there. Yep, gotta attack Arlen. Yep, Shepherd getting something. Good old Shepherd decks, man. Being as painful as possible. Just taking their sweet time. Oh yay, Ulamog. That's great. Okay then. I still think I win. But we'll see. It's gonna be close. Let's see. I can put him to 2, I can play Chandra, I can attack, he blocks all but 1. Yep. Have to not play the land or else Nissa will flip, and that would ruin me. Alright, that should sneak this one out in a game that should never have been this close. Holy cow, how about that mana clumping? Have you built a deck around arts? And Tezzeret. Oh, artifacts and Tezzeret. Yeah, it was one of the first things we did. It was horrendous. It was terrible. That deck's gonna need a lot of work, figuring out how to make that deck tick. But that's what I'm here for. I will put in that work, and if you follow the channel or watch me on YouTube, you will learn about it. And you gave me the GGs. It was close. Bravo. That was close, and only because the game was so stingy with lands. Yeah, man. That was ridiculous. LePron says, sweet deck. We kind of got to see it go off, but then even when it went off, it was awkward. So hopefully we can see like a more regular game with it here. Our opponent got to do the Mirai Shepherd thing, but they had no removal. So I don't know if that was a good test. Yeah, I can keep that. Bedtime for the Metal Mobster. Thanks for hanging with me, man. It's been a long evening, but I have enjoyed every second of it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Oh god. The Energy Turtle is here. The most popular Xbox deck of the last meta remains. Good old Energy Turtle. And this is a deck that Shock is pretty horrible against. They just run everything with 3 toughness. The Rhino, the Scry Energy Dork, and this turtle. Seems like matchmaking still ain't fixed. Well, I don't know, man. It's hard because it's the first night, you know what I mean? So it's like, see the 1? And I'm only like 12 or whatever. Yeah, so it's not... We need more rank 40s, I think, before we can judge. Alright, get out there. Our opponent is holding back with their turtle. I don't know what to think. I'm so confused. And they're on 1 land, so this probably won't be that much of a game, to be honest. Is there any deck that Bombardment takes Shock's place? Yeah, decks where you're not so sure that you'll ever want to shoot the face, but know that you want to kill creatures of varying sizes. Decks where you're going to see most of your deck before you win, so like mill decks, control decks. There's definitely a place for both. Gear Hulk or Wander? I guess Wander activate, but then I Wander for 4 and activate instead of 5, but I guess that's fine. But I don't want it to get brick-walled by that frickin' turtle. I guess I can shock that turtle if I need to. Next turn we can Gear Hulk to break through as well if we draw a land, though relying on that has proven to be a bad idea. Trust me, Bells, like, you're not gonna want Shock in your mill deck. It's not that good in the mill deck. You just want to keep things from dying while you mill them out. You don't care how many loyalty their planeswalkers have most of the time. Oh yay, now we've got a 2/5 beating me down. Skyship. Let's just do another Wanderer. And Turtle City, baby, Turtle City. 1 mana turtle. I mean, that's a keep, right? 1 island and 3 turtles. Do you guys keep that hand? This guy keeps that hand. It's like, how could that many turtles be bad? Exactly. It can't be bad. Exactly. I mean, we got mana screwed. We've been complaining about lands. This guy can't draw a second. It's a lot worse than never drawing a 4th. Although, come on, man. Don't keep that hand. Just don't. It's always a trap. He's working on building a big old 3/6 turtle. I'm just gonna get him dead. Who needs the lands when you have turtles? This is madness. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I guess. Can't go too wrong, right? Should be lethal. Yep. Not the most exciting game. Okay, so that was 3 games. That went by pretty quick. Is he a turtle or a seal? He's a seal. That's a seal, as much as seals can be seals. Alright. 5 in the morning. But I ain't done, and there's 48 people still hanging out watching Magic. So that's awesome. So now what do we do? That's a question. Let's try this. Alright, guys, get your votes. Get your votes in. Here's the kind of stuff we've done tonight as a recap. Red, black, green, black ramp, blue, black artifacts, green, white tokens, expertise, 8 clue, Grixis walkers, Abzan counters, red, green monsters. The decks that won all their games, Grixis walkers, expertise, and green, black ramp. Those are the decks that won all their games tonight. All right. 10 more seconds to vote, and then another like 30 seconds while the stream catches up, but I'm giving notice. And we're going to close voting. All right, let's see what happened. And the winner is Black-White Kratz. Well, that's going to take some work, because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that deck. But the people have spoken. Black-White Kratz. What am I supposed to do? No Ragavan. Yep, still haven't played the monkey tonight. Yeah, man. People have weird ideas. I want to play Black-White Kratz. I don't know, are we supposed to play that card? Or this card. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what one does in a black-white Kratz deck. What cards am I trying to exploit? What am I trying to do with my life? What do you guys have in mind when you voted? Maybe you had nothing in mind, but maybe you had something. If you had something, feel free to tell me. And am I supposed to make servos? I guess we can try that out. Do like a servo deck? Forgive me doing some yawning. Can't help myself, it's a little past my bedtime. So maybe I'm supposed to play this? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play that. What do you think the payoff is for this kind of deck? Servo Cite. My controller batteries are low. It's been one of those nights. No regrets. Whenever you lose life for the first time, yeah, that's weird. Not quite. Marionette Masters. you bastards. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do like servos and Marionette Masters. That's gonna be the plan. We got some husk. We got some husk in there. Just a little. I don't think we want like a million of them, as it doesn't synergize with a bunch of the other cards. Treasure Keeper's probably too expensive for this deck. A little too slow. But we'll see. Maybe not. I want to try this card. I think I'll just try one and see how it goes. There's our Lord and Master Marionette Master. Awkward. I'm supposed to play you. Might be fun. Why do you guys think Hearthstone is... Oh, I don't know how to talk about Hearthstone. I don't know anything about that. Basilica's counters, I don't know if that's right. Don't think so. Don't think that's quite right. What else? Some implements, don't think so. Vehicles, I'm thinking not. Scrounger though. Could be fun. Am I supposed to play a schematic? I don't have enough ways to specifically sacrifice an artifact. Scrap Trawler. I don't have enough artifacts specifically. Harvester, no. I don't think I'm going to find much else in here. I mean, Treasure Keeper, is it worth a few slots? Maybe. We have a ton of 4-drops. Like, it's kind of embarrassing how many 4-drops we have. Maybe I play a Mindbender. Probably supposed to play something like Pilgrim's Eye to make sure I hit my land drops. It doesn't seem like I'm going to. Not the way that the night's been going, but I guess I have to try. 21. Is that what we're supposed to do? We don't have energy, right? 0 on the energy count. 0 on the energy count. So that's not necessary. So we'll run these. Alright. So 65 cards, 9 4-drops. We can probably cut 1. So I'm going to cut 1 Treasure Keeper. We're going to try out 2. I think we have enough top end. I'm not going to play the Mindbender. I think it's a fine idea, but I don't want to do it tonight. And I'm going to cut you guys. Don't think it's quite right. And I'm just going to run 1 Selfless Spirit. Alright. So what do you think? Did I do okay? I was thinking that maybe the artifacts and duels could improve next set. You think it's going to have artifacts? Nah, this was the artifact set, Bells. You might get a couple, but you're not going to get an artifact focus like you did with this set for a long time. This was the artifact set. Alright, Abzan, you get to run this popsicle stand. Who's it gonna be now? I guess it has to be you, because we're actually running that card. Alright, let's go. Black-white tokens. Queue it up. Poor Nighthawk is gonna miss this. And if there's something I definitely learn at every one of these release parties, you like seeing me trying to play some really junky stuff. I always get the weirdest suggestions. And I do my best to spitball it, but I rarely spitball good lists. So if you're thinking about playing my decks, taking my release party decks, probably not a good idea. Because by the end of the season, the decks I'm playing, even if they're along the same theme as the release party suggestions, they are totally different decks. The lists are a lot different. So, as good as I think I am not that good of a builder early in the morning. Alright, let's go. Well, we've got the stockpile. Am I supposed to keep this? Pretty sure I'll get mana screwed if I keep this. Oh wow, this hand's horrible. Basically a 6-card hand, but I guess here we go. Here we go now. It's a very one-dimensional hand. We aim to please? I don't believe you. I think you guys aim to torture me with the selections that get made. But hey, that's okay. If that's for your entertainment, show me to my crucifix. I will lay upon it. Alright, Bomat, come on. You don't play a Bowmat and not attack with a Bowmat. Let's go. Let's go. It's early. I'm losing my will to stay awake. I'm losing the functionality of my brain. Gotta get this beat down on. Alright. I mean, it's a thing. And it's double blue and it's Bowmat. Maybe our opponent's trying to make the artifact deck happen. Oh, that was a... Did you guys hear that? It's a weird little sound when this guy comes into play. Well, let's get the beats on. So this is a new card. Maybe not everybody knows it by heart. Legendary Aetherborn Vampire. It's haste. Whenever a creature an opponent dies, you get a +1/+1 counter. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, it gets indestructible. So, interesting little guy. And in this deck, when we have out our Marionette Master, which of course is our grand plan, we will sacrifice all of our artifacts to drain the opponent out. Fevered Visions. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You won't catch me complaining much for that. Opponent's now up to 3 Bowmat cards. Something outrageous. I'm trying to get to the Bowmat Courier and I just frickin' can't. What the hey? Just can't do it. Like, it's impossible. Look at me. Look at me. I can't. It goes to nowhere. I can't go to the Bowmat Courier. It just disappears. Oh wait, I guess I'm on it. But like my highlighter disappeared completely and I can't select the courier itself. This is so weird. Okay. Expertise with Eiley? I really don't want him to kill Eiley, but that gets the most cards out of my hand. But I'd love to have mana up when I play Eiley so I can sacrifice something, gain some life. Because I think that will matter. And this will put 5 power on the battlefield, this will put 4. I mean, both are fine. But I think I'll go with an Augmenter at this point in time. Wow, this game is lagging up on me here at the end of the night and making life more difficult than it should. I cannot seem to attack. I'm clicking. There we go. I was scared I wouldn't get in there before the timer. The rate this turn's going. All right. Draw me a card. That's a card, I guess. More indestructible options. Well, Bowmat, you want some of this now? You can have an Augmenter. He's ready. Game is sinking. Great. It's gonna be one of those games, everybody. Waiting for the opponent. Oh, I can get to the Bowmat now. Maybe that's what the holdup was. Me trying to get to the Bowmat and highlighting these cards. Alright. Well, opponent, what are you going to do? You got a long way to go to burn me out. Visions number 2. Okay. Bowmat, you want some? Come get some. Nope. Double draw. And we draw the plains. That's good. I'm happy about that. Now we can go, I guess, Rams into Eiley with a mana up to sacrifice our Yahenni for life so we can play another one next turn, maybe? Maybe. We can also play Trafficker, which we can make indestructible by sacrificing an artifact. That's pretty good. And then we'd have 2 indestructible threats if the opponent swept the board. That seems solid. Well, we're going to start our party by attacking. Opponent says, all that to my face, please. And I have obliged. Alright. And you go into play. Seems good. Alright. Draw me some cards. Another land. And a Tinkerer. Oh yeah, Anthem effect. Get the servo beatdowns ready. The mix of the indestructible stuff going on does add a tough wrinkle for an opponent wanting to use sweepers, because Trafficker and Yahenni surviving, not to mention the fact that the Bomat would die, making Yahenni a 3-3 and this a 4-2, does mean that they're probably just dead on the next crack if I can find even a few artifacts to sacrifice. And opponent is in the tank on this one. I mean, in my opinion, you either have the Kozilek's Return or you don't. Running that timer down. They're hoping I fall asleep. That's the big sneak attack here. Alright, what's it gonna be? Making the play. Looks like our opponent's also having one of those games with no land involved. Alright, sack. Indestructible for me. And guess you never know what's coming, so we'll sack and go indestructible here too. And it looks like our opponent, despite double fevered visions, never drew land number 4. And if they don't have a really impressive 1 blue mana trick, Master Tinkerer should put the kibosh on them. So, that wasn't part the Water Veil. Yeah, that would be wishful thinking. That would be wishful thinking. Alright, kaboom. Lightning going down. And no Marionette Master yet. I really don't know if we'll get to one. What am I supposed to do? Run Diabolic Tutor? The weird thing about Marionette Master is to win with it, it's like the most win more card in the world. Because we're assuming that you have a board with a whole bunch of servos or artifacts to sacrifice, but that those cards aren't winning you the game. Somebody else got a new persona. I think that's the first new persona I've seen, aside from my own. Alright, Jace versus Emrakul. This is going to be a flavor victory right here, everyone. Karzanom, Engel. Yeah, Jace did find a home. It's not just homeless Jace, it's Jace. Alright, we got a curve of things going on. We can drop a stockpile and an enthusiast for sure, with a declaration if we need it. Opponent's going blue-red though. Good old blue-red. Well, there's our Marionette Master. A long ways away. And Grixis colors and a Thermo Alchemist to start the party. Well, that's annoying. And it has to die. But maybe I should see if he has a second Thermo Alchemist and our Declaration in Stone can do some serious work. Here's the stockpile. We're going to give our opponent one turn to play another Alchemist. They are a 4-of. They are a common. So, getting 2 of them is really awesome, but if we can hit them, we're in really great shape. Card sleeves without full art lands. Yeah, man. Somebody is, somebody has weird priorities. Okay. And, that's why we wait, you guys. That's why we wait. Thank you. Come again. The payoff. The payoff. Thermo Alchemist decks always run 4 and always think that it's like part of their god draw to have 2 on the battlefield. Okay, this says what? Sacrifice a creature to scry 1 at the beginning of your end step. Okay, cool. Let's start the party off right. You gonna sack some stuff? What you gonna do? At the beginning of your end step, so I need to do this on my turn. Can't do it on his turn. That's important to remember. And let's get our scry on. Land on the top? I guess we want it. Right? We want Marionette Master to come out and do its business. Yep, Grixis, draw your cards. It's cool. I'm not here to screw with that. In fact, I handed you them clues, so you do you. And let's put Stockpile to work. It's the first time I'm using this. I think my review on it was very lukewarm with Hidden Stockpile when I was trying to decide if it's a good card, and now it gets to prove me right, wrong, whatever it is. We'll see how it does in this situation against what's sure to be a kind of grindy, burny, spell-heavy Grixis deck. If it does well here, this is where it should do well. Let's get in there, guys. Says sacrifice. What does it say? Sacrifice a creature to scry 1. At the beginning of your step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield, create a 1/1. Well, launch party so hard I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm getting to the end of what I can possibly do as well. I will be honest. What's my opponent doing with all that mana? Glimmering of Genius? Setting up for a sweeper? I guess I should keep an augmenter around. Well, let's scry first. If we have another like token generator on top, we do not, so we'll put that on the bottom. I think I'll just let my 3 guys hang out. There's the Glimmer. I had a feeling. But I also have a feeling he's gonna hit me with a sweeper. As per usual, launch party was great, but I can barely stay up. I'm heading to bed. Yeah, guys, I understand. I'm on my way out myself. I promise you I don't have much longer to last. Okay, he's impulsing. I'm gonna sack to get my scry on. Also to trigger Revolt, should I need it. I do not need this card. Pretty much we want tokens, tokens, creatures, creatures, more tokens, more creatures. Harness Lightning. Yeah, nope. He must have a handful of spot removal and not that many sweepers in his deck. Bottom. More things I don't want to draw, so the scries are going well. And then watch the videos later, have fun. Alright. Well, take care. And thank you all for coming out. Wow, just a series of ugly draws. Well, if it's unlikely as a sweeper, we can put out the Augmenter. If he has a counter, that's a very sad thing. Okay, that's bummer sauce. We can still do this though, because the stockpile will replace it. Man, we are just bottoming lands like crazy. Just doing all we can. Harness Lightning, yeah. Sacrifice. Please scry me to something good, because right now, I mean, you can say the scrying's doing good things, you could also say it's not doing enough. This isn't that great. The Indestructible might be a pain, but I've got to draw an artifact. So I guess I go for the Master. It's not like it's going to be a huge knockout blow. If he has the Shrivel, not much I could do. Okay, he's going to counter it. Whatever. What fun we're having. He's down to 2 cards. We've had some card selection. It would be nice if we were able to tempo him out, but I'm getting pretty disappointed. Oh yay, Jace. Well, so much for grinding him out. That's not going to happen. Tinkerer. Yeah, okay. Let's fire this up. Okay, so he doesn't have a Harness Lightning. Suppose that's good. Nothing's left the battlefield. I don't want to sack my Shambling Vent. Go for it. No artifacts. Doesn't make that very good. I feel like I am playing very weak cards against very good cards. That is the way that this game is feeling. Yeah, I guess. Best release party ever. Feels good, man. I think I've lost more games tonight than I did, like, in a single day all of last season, but yeah, it still feels good. It definitely feels like some kind of a, I don't know. It's like, I feel the universe is a little against me tonight. Just a little. Alright, get in there, Shambling Vent. Opponent says... Well, opponent, what are you doing? Unlicensed disintegration? No. Indestructible. Can't get much better. New card hype, funny jank decks, no connection issues. It is, yeah, it is tippity top. Alright, give me my 1/1. I need my 1/1s. It's been surprisingly hard to keep them around. Land for the opponent. They are gonna plus. Probably draw something amazing. Oh, okay. Well, that works. Could have scryed with it. That was stupid that I didn't. I definitely could have taken the hit from the fumarole. Should have scryed. I definitely didn't know my top card, and I did not scry to the top, so that was dumb. But whatever. Pause me while I activate my Shambling Vent. Great. I look forward to this getting destroyed by your instant speed removal spell. Oh, you're gonna try to fumarole me. Cool. I've been waiting for this. About time. Fatal Push, by the way, can hit converted mana cost 0 man lands like Wandering Fumarole, making it pretty awesome. Alright. Alright. Jace is going down. Maybe it's not quite over. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Another land for the opponent. That can't be bad for us. At this point, their lands are mostly blanks. Have we stabilized? No. Yeah, right. Here goes Glimmer of Genius to draw more Planeswalkers. I bet he has Chandra now. Your call, opponent. Thing in the ice. Awesome. Just what I needed to run into. I do think I scryed a Declaration Stone to the bottom, meaning I need a Fatal Push with Revolt. Ah, that's a good draw. What can I do with that? I guess I make the servos. Hope he doesn't have the Radiant Flames. Or I can play you and make more servos. Like, just crank him out. And then next turn I can pump him with the Angel and he can attack. I guess that's good. So yeah, I think I'll go with that. Let's make a servo. Let's sacrifice it for the Revolt trigger. Anyone know the ruling that says manlands have casting cost 0? That's been like a long time thing. I promise it's real. This is probably too expensive. Whenever a non-token artifact... I don't even have any of those. I don't know why this is in the deck. I have like none of those cards to trigger. It's a terrible card to have in this deck. I'm sure he's not going to let me untap now. Yep, there you go. Another dead one. Scrap Heap Scrounger would go really nice in this game. Okay, that's a good card. I will lead with you. Opponent with a late pause there. Here is Spell Shrivel. I will pay. There's the sound effect. Let's go. Hoy! Babs is back. Guess Babs went to work and came back. Alright. Let's make another servo. And get our scry out of the deal. We've got like, I swear we got like 6 lands on the bottom of our deck thanks to this. Okay, that's kind of a brick in this spot. That's not really what our opponent wants to draw. And I don't think they have a counter spell. Well, they might have another Spell Shrivel based on the way that they cast the last one. But this gets through the Spell Shrivel. Well, any removal spell he has will kill it. So there's no point in not distributing. Is the scry worth it? I can have a scry with a stockpile and a replacement effect, or I can get in with the vent. I guess a 3/4 vent is a good attack here. Alright, here we go. That last card must be a land. It certainly hasn't done anything for him. I could have sacrificed this and gotten a fresh token to have one untapped, but I don't think that matters. You have to have the mana to get the scry. Opponent passing turn. More land, perhaps? Whoo! That's a card. That is a card. Alright. Emblem. Let's see if he has the ability to flip thing in the ice here. It's that or take lethal, bro. If it's Grixis Tower, they have not drawn Tower, and they're playing the Alchemist, which is kind of surprising. It's a lot of Grixis control, though. Like you see, just a ton of instant speed removal and card draw, some counters, some planeswalkers. The Alchemist is the thing that kind of throws me for a loop, because it's not that aggressively slanted that you'd think Alchemist should be in the deck. I really dislike the Alchemist, says Bells. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, they have conceded. And that is our first game with Kratz. That is our first game up and down with the black-white aristocraty token deck. A deck I find very, very strange, and I need to take one card out right away because I misread it. It should not be in the deck. Also, I should be looking for more ways to trigger Revolt for free. So I've got this stockpile, and I've got very little revolting going on to get me the token, other than the Revolt itself. So I need more ways to trigger that and get me more 1/1s. This is probably a fine thing, sacrificing this and getting Revolt, but I should have a bunch of Evolving Wilds to make sure that I get to do that more often. I probably don't need this Fair. It only gains life. I have no artifacts to search for, so that wasn't a good inclusion. And Babs, if, you know, in case you're wondering, I'm at like my wit's end. I've punted so many things. I've done so many stupid things, both in deck building and in gameplay. It's unredeemable at this point. I think this has to go. This definitely has to go, but I don't know if I can play you. I mean, if I have 4 mana, and I have 2 artifacts from, like, the Metalcraft guy, I guess I can cast it, but it's just not well built. Not my best work. And, okay, well, let's try it that way. I wonder why it would say that I'm running... Well, you're playing Marionette Master, so I figured that was obvious. You need to cut that 5-drop. What 5-drop? What 5-drop? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I guess I got it. I know the one you mean. Yeah, that one. That was what needed to be cut. It was absolutely... never should have been included in the first place. And it looks like we had a failure to launch. Haven't had many of those, but let's, I guess that was something that didn't get cleaned up in the deep dive, but overall can't complain much about the connections. They've been solid. Restarts have been minimal. In fact, right now we're on 5 hours and 15 minutes of this stream without a restart. So, there you have it. There are 2 Nantuko husks. There could be more, but I don't think I want too many. Yep. Man, you guys in the chat right now, you are with me, for sure. Answering them questions before I can even get it out. Big Pup, AKA something. Kind of a ridiculous name. Okay, Syndicate Trafficker and an Eiley to go with a Treasure Keeper. Baller. Let's do it. I'm trying to stay awake. Yeah, me too. Me too. We're down to the wire. I think I'm going to try to get through this. I think I'd probably be a bit more greedy and run this in junk. Oh, green. I guess you could have Tireless Trackers and some other mania. I don't know quite what you're thinking, actually. We'll see. I'm not the greediest. I really am not. I have limits on myself. I still actually want to find ways to win the game. Syndicate, you're going first. As you can get in there for 3. Double Treasure Keeper could be exciting. I really wish we'd drawn these against that Grixis opponent, as they really could have shown there, but somebody's watched Wall Street. I didn't know any women, particularly Japanese women, would ever watch the movie Wall Street. And that's a good reason, like Declaration's a good reason that I should have led with Eiley, because if she got declared, I would have an artifact to sack to my Trafficker. Double black for the push. Yep, there we go. Is Stockpile really a reason to play white in Kratz? I don't think so, but I think Nighthawk wants to see me play Stockpile. So he'll watch this later and get some ideas for his videos. If he might not even need them, but I just want to be able to show him I did it. And I'm almost positive I'm never going to play Stockpile again after tonight. That's how highly I think of that card. So let's get it out of the system. That's the way I'm looking at it. Tamio. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Tamio. Tamio. Well, it's interesting, but not the play. Cards you shall have. I will get my butt Reflector Maged. What do you know? Mythics are better than a collection of rares and uncommons. Solemn Offering, huh? Interesting choice. And telling time before he sees what resolves. Very interesting choices. You can net deck, but you can't always teach them how to play them. Oh, that's a little embarrassing. Man, did I need a creature there. Man, did I need a creature in that spot, and I did not get it. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Alright, got that. We can go this into what? Not much. So I guess we can Treasure Keeper, sack it to stockpile. Alright, you still get a card. Never seen an American streamer at 11:45. Yeah, it's 5:45 my time, dude. That's me staying up late. That's me being down for you. This is tough. I don't really want to. Maybe instead of permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 color. So I could trigger it with my clue and try to draw something good. Or I could play the Treasure Keeper. If I want the 1/1 for it, though, I have to trigger it on my turn. I guess that's still fine. And I'd rather have the life, because maybe I can get to a point where I can kill Tamiyo with Eileen's ability, if he doesn't remove her. Alright, we hit the weapon craft. That's not bad. You think we didn't get Rishka because of Constrictor? I think it was a programming issue. I think that they were scared of bugs. I think it's a lot to ask that every +1/+1 counter also be able to tap for mana. I think that's the problem. Now, let's see if our opponent likes creatures. Yep, Bells and I are on the same page there. Oh, wow. Tragic arrogance, you say. Ah, that's nice. Oh, that's great. That's just fantastic. Alright. Mana short on the Marionette Master. Well, let's trigger that Revolt, I guess? I still don't want to cast the... maybe I'm just supposed to Expertise here. Let's scry. Even without something to play, it might be right to Expertise. Yeah, don't want you. It gives me 4 creatures at least, which gives me a chance to kill Tamiyo if our opponent doesn't have another Tragic Arrogance. Sure. Any interesting insights till now? Good cards, overrated cards, good decks, annoying decks. Oh man, you should have caught me a few hours ago. I'm so sleepy. But I mean, I've been talking about that stuff all night. You'll be able to watch it back. Let's see. I'm really good at drawing bad. I've had a really bad night as far as winning and losing goes, but there's more to the game than that, I suppose. Cards that are good and bad. I mean, there's a bunch of combinations of cards and like sequences of cards that are just absurdly awesome. Both with like Winding Constrictor and Nissa tokens and things of that nature, or going to other things like you know, the Chandra's Rishkar's Expertise, Chandra's Ignition. So there are some huge combination of things that you can do. Some really fun stuff. So I forgot which creatures he targeted with that frickin' Tameo thing. Can I find out here? Nope. Doesn't look like it. So, whatever. Normally I would just not give him 2 cards. I'm gonna predict that he did it like 1 and 1. It's really hard to remember. So I'm gonna do it like this. Screw it, jam them all. It was the middle 2? Yeah, okay, so he gets 1 card. Son of a bitch, I can't remember these things no more. Alright, let's crack our clue. That'll trigger Revolt. And maybe we can have an Ormondal next turn. Somebody is on it. Man, Spawn, you were paying a lot better attention than I am right now. I am, you can tell, I'm just kind of at the end. I am coming to the end. Well, my opponent's drawn a ridiculous amount of cards, but God, they're not doing much with them, are they? No, that's going to receive a fatal push, I think. And I don't think it's right to go for Ormondal right off. I think that kind of play gets you wrecked. Oh, wait, did I just miss lethal? Oh, no, I would have come up just a tad short. With Marionette Master, but maybe next turn, right? Let's see if they run Fog. Time to find out, right? Yeah, I'm expecting the Fog as well. I'm not optimistic, but I'm gonna attack like I don't care. It's not like I have a Planeswalker to defend. No! Why, God, why? Wonder if he'll make an emblem. But I think I don't need much to drain him out with the Master. Let's see, if I play Master and it's got 4 power, and then I sack to Yeheni, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if I have one more artifact creature, I can drain the opponent out. So I am going to sacrifice my Shambling Vent. And do I want you on top? Sure. What could go wrong? Oh, look, an emblem. Time for Turbo Fog to go cray-cray. So a big theme of tonight has been most of our opponents don't even play any Aether Revolt cards whatsoever. Like, nobody's buying this set. Everybody's playing old cards. Son of a bitch. 4 life. That is something. Yeah. Damn it. Well, let's see his Fog. Maybe he'll take the hit. If he takes the hit with a Fog in his hand, because he thinks he's at a high enough life total, he's about to be wrong. All right. Burn you. Burn you. Oh, I hope he has a fog in hand. I would be so happy. Yep, he has conceded. I'm just gonna finish firing away. And yes, someone wake up Nighthawk. We're gonna burn him out from like, what was he at? He was at 28 to start this turn? Alright. Wombo combo, baby. Some of you Marionette Master aficionados, this is for you. Nighthawk, I love you. Thanks for being my mod and a big believer in me. Oh my god, this takes so long on Xbox. Yeah, Xbox One, it just runs like a clunker, dude. Maybe it's partially also Twitch running, but it's just a clunker. It runs like a clunker. Alright, one more game. One more game. One game more. Depends on what you mean by a thing, Babs. Is it a Pro Tour thing or a standard thing? Hell no. Is it a Duels thing? What isn't a Duels thing? Like fog is a Duels thing, you know what I mean? Like Suntail Hawk is a Duels thing. Mono black combo, it can be a Duels thing. Wait, what? What's this? What's this? What do we have here? Nighthawk. We're playing Nighthawk? Nighthawk turn 3, of course. It is a different card, but somebody did wake up Nighthawk, just the wrong Nighthawk, and here they are. Come to crush me. That's true, Emmy is not a Duels thing. Oh yay! A smuggler's copter. This seems familiar. So I can play the Trafficker, but because I have a frickin' Westvale Abbey, I can't play Stockpile next turn. And I might want to play the Trafficker when I have something to sacrifice? What do you guys think? And, well, I definitely want my 4-drop on time, as I've got multiples here. So I'm going to Wilds. And we'll make it white mana. No, I'm probably going to regret not playing Trafficker there, but the odds of me having a turn 3 do nothing are really high, and I don't think that will work out for me. Not that this game's going to work out for me anyway. Ugh. Yeah. We already got turn 2 smugglers coptered, so G frickin' G if we don't draw the push. Or we don't draw... I guess the declaration won't do any good. Gotta draw the push. But using wilds guarantees you draw land. Ask anybody who's tried to thin their deck in Duels. You're not wrong. You're just Duels wrong. Alright. What are we gonna do? I can play Stockpile and get a 1/1. The next turn I can play Expertise and get Trafficker out. I can play Trafficker and do the nothings. It's not like it'll block. I'm not gonna race him. But I don't know if I have another choice, right? I guess I have to go for an Abbey, is my best chance in this game. So what's the best way to get there? I guess it's to get Stockpile going. Yep, Babs called it. Finally, a good reason to sack my Evolving Wilds on my turn. Jesus Christ. Well, apparently just curving Gideon and Smuggler's Copter and Scrap Heap Scrounger is still good. And Kratz is still bad. I wonder why he tapped his Scrounger just now. Is it because he can't play Magic? Or because he wants to protect Gideon from a 1/1? He's discarding Shocks and Harness Lightnings. Just that good, baby. Just that good. You don't need nothing. Alrighty. I guess we can do that. So, we have to worry a little about Thalia. So I'm going to play this now. Even though it gives away a bit of our game plan. And Henny, you're in. Tagging you into the match here. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and he's expertise in this deck. I can destroy my own tokens. What a great call. Alright. Stockpile me. We just have to make sure we don't die. He can attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he can hit me down to 3, and he can probably unlicensedly disintegrate me and win. So we're already in chump block mode. That's going to make Westvale Abbey hard to work. But we've got tokens. Tick tock, activating all my shite. That's my opponent. Well, he can't do much with the mana he's got left. He's going ham. So I think I have to pick off his creatures, which sucks. But if I leave back 1 token, I can kill this Gideon. So I think I want to do that. So we can go here, here, here? Yeah, I'll do it. I can't think of much he can do with that mana. Alright, pause. Let's get this while we can. You gonna play vehicles next stream? I'm sure I will at some point. I'm sure I'll design me some vehicles. Alright, killing the thing that... Yeah, I'm killing the thing that retrieves itself. You know why? No creatures. See that? None. And I get token. And it would deal me 1 more damage. Which would put me on a Fiery Temper or Unlicensed Disintegration plus 1 hit from Copter to kill me. Alright. Let's think. Can I get away with letting him hit me 1 more time with that Copter? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, is whether or not I need to vent. But I would much rather try to put myself in a place for Ormondal. Treasure Keeper can't cascade into the Angel. It has to be cheaper than the keeper. Cheaper to keeper. All right. I don't know if that's good enough. I need something to kill that frickin' copter. So I guess I have to push you. And hope to draw something like a fatal push. Scrappy. Opponent at least is having a little bit of mana trouble themselves. I can't tell if they're tapping wrong or just have a really awkward hand. And they've discarded like shocks and things. Okay, he's shocking me. Yep, okay. You got something else too? You got something else to finish me? You better. You better have something else. Fiery Temper? Well, he doesn't have any energy. Does he know that? Swamp to the graveyard. Me to 2 life. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Think I gotta... What do I do? If he has Declaration in Stone, am I dead? I mean, I see so much of this removal, but I'm dead to shock if I don't do this, right? I'm dead to shock if I'm just dead to a frickin' shock if I don't make this play. And since we know he has shock in his deck, I think that's more likely than a Declaration in Stone. So I have to go for it. Alright. Don't worry about that. Oh look, I fixed it. And now it's tapped again. See if Ormondal can steal one. But if our opponent has another removal spell, of which they've discarded plenty, so it makes sense that they'd have another one. Am I dead? He comes in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if he has a creature and a removal spell that he can play, he's got lethal. So we're still in a lot of trouble. We're really counting on a block from this little guy. But since our opponent crewed, that doesn't mean they have a creature they're going to play to crew, so we're still in this. We still have a chance. The wheels are turning over there, so if they have the win, it must not be as obvious as I think it could be. Got to play to win, not to... Oh, come on! Dude! What an asshole. Ugh. That's a horrible way to end the evening. How long did he have to think about that one? For the love of God. What a jerk. Not my night. Not my night. Were any of these actually fun to play? You can try to make excuses for him if you want to. He was obviously a total shitbag, and he can burn in hell sarcastically. I'm gonna play a deck I'm gonna first deck that we played tonight because that was very fun, and then I think that'll be it. Okay, counters was absolute hell. Did you guys forget that game? Counters was horrible. Now, it's probably good. It needs a lot more thought than I'm willing to put into it right now. Too slow. Now we got Ulamog in our hands, so whatever. I'm glad you guys had fun. That's like the only redeeming thing. Tonight would be so horrible if you didn't, because I just absolutely hate most of my decks, and I remember about 6 games that I wish I had never played in my life. That were absolutely no fun. It's been a lot of jackasses out tonight. But I'm glad you are having fun. That's what's really important. It keeps me going. Keeps me grinding. I did it again. Oh god, I wonder how many times I'm gonna do that. That's how sleepy I am. Note to self. Oh, that ballista. That's the second time it got me tonight. Oh, achievement unlocked. Yeah, it's definitely time to sleep. I just can't go out losing to a horrible shithead who's running like vehicles and slow rolling a unlicensed disintegration like that guy. I just can't go out like that. It's like I probably wouldn't sleep at all. It'd hurt my soul too much. Well, this hand's not gonna do much for a while. Just reading Reddit and stuff, and Unbridled Growth seems to produce infinite mana. What? Is this true? I don't play that card. Card's a piece of crap. But if it actually produces infinite mana, maybe it isn't so bad. I don't see anything about that, so I don't know what you're talking about. Unbridled Growth. Wait, here we go. Unbridled Growth appears to grant infinite mana. As near as I can tell, whenever you cast a spell and use the land enchant with Growth, the spell will be cast without tapping the land. And you can reuse the same land later in the turn. Oh. Okay. Confirmed on Steam. Yeah, I have no idea if that's an Xbox thing. Whatever. Fun. Infinite mana. I think you have to be. I think it taps the other land, so you need 2 lands with the Unbridled Growth, and maybe that'll give you the infinity you're looking for. Yeah, good old energy. Anytime. Jesus Christ. I'll limp into the finish tonight. Basically been limping around all night, getting my butt kicked, but God. Some real gems of people here that you get to witness on stream. Just think it through. I wonder if I should play the Frostlinks and tap his Nissa and attack him. I think I will do that, by God. I think I will 4/7 turtle him. Yes! What a great play by me. That's a good draw. Okay. Well, let's start putting up some roadblocks before I lose this game to something like an adverse conditions. You think New Duels team gonna patch that growth? Ha, yeah, right. We'll deal with that for a while. We'll be dealing with that for a long time to come. It's gonna take a minimum of 3 months. Dear opponent, please make a play. Growth in combo with Flame Shadow? Jeez. Put that together. Go for it, Babs. Break the format. Okay. Yep. Alright. Huh. Pause. Anytime. So I'm going to lose Nissa, so I'm just going to pick off some cards. And since he might kill my Sylvan Advocate, I'm going to block safely with the Quagmire, because I don't want to lose a land while I'm working on Ulamog. I guess the Lynx is the better block. Not by much. Oh, yay. Alrighty. So if he can't kill this Nissa, we can Ulamog him next turn. Please just let me cast. Okay. God, thank God. Replaced by AI. What a... Jesus criminy. He was gonna take all night. We don't have all night no more. Now we have to zoom every permanent like on Xbox. Well... oh, I feel so bad for y'all. Yeah, we got beefy land. We're not... we do have a beefy land. Glimmer. Tapped out for Ulamog. Of course, we could also do it this way, if I don't think I'm going to die right away. And yeah, this basically guarantees long game victory. Yeah, the push. I like it. Don't fuck this up. Alright, let's kill that thing. Should have attacked with Advocate. I'm definitely gone. I'm over and done. So this is going to be the last game. So cheer me on through the end. Okay. I didn't want him to counter it. You never know. He's playing blue. I mean, he's got a handful of cards. He might dispel it, for God's sake, Babs. I don't do everything right, that's for dang sure. But sometimes I do things for a reason. Sometimes. This late at night, it's very questionable. You are more than welcome to question what I do. Alright, I don't care about that. Let's just mana screw him. Might draw a Dispel. Now you're just hurting my pride, because I clearly can't play Magic well at all at this time of night. Alright, cool. Disperse. Great. Oh yeah, now we're talking. See how you do with no lands. Top deck the land. So lucky. Home stretch. About to go to bed, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't followed me, please do. There'll be lots more dueling and such going on, and I would love for you to come play along. Duels is pretty much all I play, so if you like Duels, you'll probably like this. Gitrog and Nissa's emblem. Oh, the value. And now we're just having a good time. Trying to find creative ways to get the victory, of which I think I found the one I want. Thanks for the party. It was my pleasure. It was definitely a memorable launch party. One of the more memorable in history, so. When are you streaming next? Probably as soon as I open my eyes, Prawn. Probably as soon as I open my eyes after like about 4 to 6 hours of sleep. That's when I'll stream next. 6:24 in the morning. I have been playing since the update dropped around 9:30, I think, 9:30 p.m. It's about 6:30 in the morning, so pretty good run. All right, everyone. That's going to do it.